Hi, I'm Irene Wickline. For many years, I've lived in several countries as a spouse of a head of mission, moving within the international and diplomatic community. Through Leading Women magazine, we highlight women whose lives, work, and experiences shape communities around the world. Many of these stories come from unexpected places, including the diplomatic community. Over the years, I've met a lot of interesting women in the diplomatic world. Beyond the receptions and official titles are personal journeys molded by different cultures, countries, and life experiences. In Beyond Protocol, a conversation series for Leading Women magazine, I sit down with diplomatic spouses for relaxed conversations, not about their official roles, but about their journeys, their perspectives, and the lives they have built across borders. Welcome to Beyond Protocol. We are at the Swiss Ambassador's residence, and with us today is a woman who wears 3 hats. She's a diplomat's wife, a mother, and a professor. Please come join me for a conversation with Dr. Denise Bruhl Moser. Hello, Denise.
Hello, Irene. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for welcoming us to your beautiful home. How long have you been living in this residence?
I've been living here now 3 years almost. We arrived end of July 2023, coming from South Africa, where we were posted for 4 years. So it's quite a while here now, so that we could really settle in and enjoy life here.
Oh, wonderful to hear. And you mentioned South Africa. So as a diplomat's wife, I'm sure you have lived in several homes over the years. Where else have you been posted?
Actually, the career of my husband started in South Africa. So we were there posted 1993 just for a training as a young diplomat. And then at the end of 90s we moved to Berlin. Then we moved to Canada in 2007. And from there we moved to Uzbekistan, to Tashkent. Then came back to Switzerland, and in 2019 we went to South Africa a second time, then as an ambassador, and then we moved here to the Philippines. So what was very interesting, if I look back at this 33 years of career or living together with a diplomat, what is interesting, we had really the chance to live in countries where it was the first, something special. So when we moved to South Africa the first time, it was Mandela becoming president.
Oh, wow.
So people first time were allowed,
that was
African
a very
people,
special time.
To vote. So also the feeling in the country and the happiness in the country was very high, and high expectations. So it was very, actually, very nice to be there and to see what hope the people had and how the country developed. When we moved to Berlin, Nicholas and me, my husband and me, know Berlin since a long time, even when it was part of the JDR.
Where was that? Was it in Bonn at the time?
No, they just moved to Berlin. That was the first time when Berlin became the capital. So that was also new. Everybody, that is probably something very special. Every diplomat was new in this city. Usually you join a diplomatic community like here, but there when we moved to Berlin, everybody was new because the whole diplomatic community moved from Bonn to Berlin. So that was also a very new feeling, not very new. It was
a new experience for everybody.
A new experience for everybody. It was the city was still building up and renovating because as it became a capital, it was reconstruction work a lot, and discussing how they wanted it, because they did not do a lot since the Berlin Wall fell. So that was also very interesting to see this development and to live a lot with the history of this city and of the country and of the feeling of the German people, and see the difference, how we felt and how they felt. For example, we felt, oh, there is a lot of space. You know, we coming from Switzerland, where all is a bit smaller, we were not used to this space. But for them, it was more the reminding of the war, you know, because there are many spaces they had was because the houses were destroyed. So it was interesting to see how this city filled and built, and what they were discussing about urban architecture, actually. And then going to Canada, that was a complete different feeling. It was North America, but the difference to USA and Canada. We profited a lot from outdoors, from visiting the nature, visiting the country, visiting also native people, native sites, their artwork of the native people.
So everything
had a special,
every posting has a very special.
And so feeling, Uzbekistan had still this Soviet Union feeling, because the president was still old party leader from the Soviet Communist Party. So also this, you could feel the change, you know, from still Soviet Union, but of course the Uzbeks wanted to have their own culture, which was building up, and there also with the culture of the Suzanis, of the with the dances, the different cultures. Actually, that was everywhere where we went was interesting, these different cultures within the countries, actually. And then going back to South Africa was for us going home also, because we...
Just your second time.
It was the second time, and we had our civil marriage in '94 in South Africa, in Pretoria. So going back was also a bit going home.
Yeah, that is so special too. And what about the Philippines?
And then we moved here. We had no experience in Asia, not traveling, not knowing. So that was for us a very big adventure to come here, to see how it is here. And we were very positively surprised. The richness of the culture, the kindness of the people, actually, which were... I mean, we met tons of kind people, but it was a different kind of very soft kind of people, a lot of music and joy, which came out in daily singing. Even if I have my stuff, I hear them singing sometimes. So
very happy people. Very happy people. So you have been living in all these beautiful places, but where is your home? I mean, like, where did you grow up, and what was your childhood like?
My home and my heart is everywhere where we were posted and home. But the real home, our home country, Switzerland, we grew both, my husband and me, grew up in Basel, in the northwestern part of Switzerland. It's a city of art and culture.
Yes, Art Basel humanity. Is there, right?
Yes, exactly.
And this is the meeting point of Germany, Switzerland, and is it
yes, and France. Yes. So we grew up with a lot of influence from other countries and at the border, so that we would visit other countries, even in the small region. And so we grew up there, and I had a fantastic childhood where we had a lot of music. And
surrounded
art,
by art.
Yes,
and
art in the museums. Our parents who opened us the eyes for the art, to go into museums, to even to visit other cities. We traveled a lot in our school holidays with my parents in Europe, not overseas. But so there we learned a lot about other people, the understanding and the tolerance.
So your parents were the ones who opened your eyes to art to music.
Yes.
And
yes.
by the way, do you play any instruments? Talking about music?
Yeah. I play the cello is my main instrument, and piano as well. I do not practice so much anymore, but I've played for over 50 years.
Oh, wow.
So and my cello, that in relation to the diplomatic life, I all the time say to my husband, I will come with you wherever you have to go, but my cello comes with me. So there is no there is no discussion about
Fantastic.
that. And the cello comes with me in the plane. It does not go to the cargo. So we needed a second seat all the time. So
that's how much you love your cello.
So exactly, and that happened. That I said, okay, I fly eco with my cello, and you can fly business with the children.
So talk about your children. Have you passed this passion for music to them as well?
Yes, because I said wherever we go, if you have the music. It helps you through life. Finding the passion in the music, and you can express in the music. And the nice thing about music, if you have a slow piece of music, you cannot make it fast, even if you are stressed. So you have to calm down. And then that is the connection to the Philippines. If I look at your music and at your kundimans, for example, your love songs,
kundiman,
it's so much passion, so much suffer, so much love in it. So I think that helps through life. So that's what I experienced, I think, all over the places we were. The music, which is an expression of the culture, but also helps the people to go through life.
So we talked earlier that you are also a dedicated mother, a very supportive mother to your children. You have two daughters. Yes, and both of them play the cello. And
the younger one plays the cello and the piano, and the elder one plays the piano.
And I understand also that they are avid horse riders. Right?
Yes.
And you yourself is an avid horse rider too.
The thing was, when we came back, when we were in Uzbekistan, and before we went, I said, to create some memory, I said, we traveled to Kyrgyzstan as well. And there they could do horse riding at the Izikul, because they have many horses. So the children, it was a dream for the daughters to see that. They were horse riding. Some shepherds hold them and they would ride. So they said, when we come back, we want to do horse riding. And I said, okay, but then it has to be serious because it's too dangerous otherwise. And I just took the chance. I said, if you go, I come with you. So we started with lessons together.
So wait a minute. So it was your children first who got interested in horse riding, and then you joined them.
I just profited from their wish.
And you still ride horses,
right?
I
still do horse riding, and girls as well. But you see, with the age, they were much better in fast time than me. So they, at the beginning, I was the good rider.
But now they're
I cannot.
They're much better than you. And have you had any experiences with your children on horseback?
Also, when we left South Africa, I, as a gift for them and as a memory of this posting, I said, let's go to Namibia and do a horse riding safari through the Namib Desert. So we were 11 days on horseback, 360 kilometers.
My God, 11 days on horseback.
8 hours in the saddle.
8 hours a day, and for 11 days.
Yes.
I couldn't last probably half an hour.
And sleeping under
How
the
did
stars.
You do that?
It was fantastic, actually. So we were a small group, no internet, nothing. So just the nature.
What a great experience for all of you.
Yes. And
so now I want to talk about your profession, because I know that you also are a professor. Was that really your dream from the very beginning? You're a professor and a lawyer, aren't you?
Yes, I mean that's the, you know, first you do the law exam. Today it's a master's, and then you study further and do some practical work in law firms and at the court, and then you take an exam for becoming a lawyer. So you have a bar exam, and then I decided I worked as a lawyer, but all the time I was fascinated from the research and for going deeper into a subject. But I wanted to have the practical experience that if I stay in front of my students, I know what I'm talking about. And so I wrote a second thesis. Is it in Switzerland? You write, it's a book, a second book over 1,000 pages. What I wrote about a special subject, and it's about the state organization and a government construction of Switzerland in comparison to other countries like Germany or France, and then you get the Vienna Dozentie that you can become yes.
So the title professor carries a great deal of prestige in Switzerland, and I know also in Germany and Austria. And the UK, for example. What do you have to accomplish academically and professionally to earn this title?
Yeah, I mean, in my case, I do not have a chair.
Yeah.
But you have to write, you have to publish, you have to teach, and you have to continue just your profession. And that is the thing, when you have done that for a long time, the faculty would allow you to have this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you still teaching up to now?
Yes, up to now. I'm still teaching. I did it online when I was in the Philippines, because traveling back would be too much.
And you teach which subject?
I teach the right to self-determination. That's a area of the right to self-determination. It's an area of the public international law, and it's for example, if you have the right to build your own political system, if you have the right to secede, if you have the right to enjoy your own culture, your own religion, subjects like that. And so you find all over the world, you find different cases and can see how it works.
Now you do this online because you are in the Philippines.
Yeah, exactly.
This is in the University of Basel?
Of Basel, yes.
Okay. But when you go back to your country,
I will just continue to teach there, yes.
All right.
And meet them in person again.
Yeah. So how do you balance, being a diplomat's wife, being a mother, and a professor at the same time? I mean, what is your day like?
The day
very busy, for sure.
Busy, or it depends from day to day. It's working around the diplomatic life. It's working around the children's needs. But the day life would start, for example, if I'm lucky, it starts with a horse riding, an hour of horse riding. Then I come back. Then I would do something for my work, would read, write, have maybe something to correct of the papers of the students, or have a meeting with the students. Then it depends if there is something in the diplomatic world, if we have a meeting.
Yeah, a lot of
with,
receptions.
Yes, exactly. And in the evenings as well. That's the daily life.
How do you unwind? What are your hobbies?
The hobby is the horse riding, swimming. I enjoy reading. Many, and if I'd have time, I play sometimes the cello. So I have many things.
Yes. And so you have been living in the Philippines for 3 or 4 3 years
almost
now?
3 years
yes,
now.
Almost 3 years now. And what do you tell your friends back home when they ask you, what is the Philippines like?
Philippines is a very complex country. First of all, of course, the nature. beautiful tropical nature, sea which is turquoise, which you do not see everywhere. That is something which I would tell them, you know, coming from Africa, I did a lot of safaris. And when you come here, and even if you are only snorkeling, you see there is another life under sea. And it's for me all like in slow motion. But there is a interference with the from the animals, and seeing it was for me another world. Then you have people who are very kind, very friendly, helpful, which singing extremely well, which surprised me. Any people, that is really something very surprising. Not only people who had some training, that is very nice. You have good food.
Talk about food. Talk about food. Do you have any favorites?
I like the lumpia. Actually, yes, lumpia. I like the lumpia. I like the kare kare.
Kare kare. Yeah, but kare kare actually comes with bagoong. Do you know this? Bagoong is the shrimp paste. You eat the kare kare with bagoong. Probably
depends on the day. Sometimes yes, sometimes not with the bagoong. I like pancit, different kinds. Yes. That's I like the most.
We have the same favorite. So anyway, Denise, it was lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best in the future, because I believe you will be leaving when?
Yes, leaving in August.
In August.
Yes, with a crying eye. Yes. We all the time leave with a happy eye to go somewhere different, or now go back home, or with a crying eye for all the people we met here.
It's always bittersweet, right?
It's all the time difficult, I tell you.
Yes. That's the life of a diplomat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Yeah, thank you, Irene, for having me.
Join us again next time on Beyond Protocol. Love leading women.